Hi guys, welcome back to Fairies Tutorials. In today's episode, we'll be looking at Tourism Unit 2, Module 2, which is entitled Marketing. And in this episode, we'll be looking at Market Segmentation. Stay tuned. Module 2, Marketing. And in today's episode, we're looking at Content 2, which is entitled Market Segmentation. Now, let us look at your learning target. Now, by the end of this session, you should be able to describe the different methods of market segmentation. And in setting today's foundation, we're looking at what is market segmentation. Now, based on this diagram on your screen, you're seeing people, right? So you're seeing persons, and you notice that they're divided into groups, or we may say subsets, right? Now, are you getting a picture of what market segmentation is? All right, let's take a look. Now, market segmentation is a process of dividing a market into distinct subsets, or we may say segments, of consumers with common needs or characteristics, and selecting one or more to target with a distinct marketing mix. Now, let me give you a practical example. Let's say vehicles, right? So we could say vehicles is a group, right? Now, as it relates to vehicles, we know that there are different types of vehicles, right? There are cars, there are trucks. And if we want to go further, there are also different makes of cars, right? So you get where I'm going at? All right, let us review. So market segmentation refers to the process of dividing a market into distinct subsets, or we may say segments, of consumers with common needs. So these particular, just as how we have different families. So we may have the Crooks family, we may have the Blake family, we may have the Scott family, whatever the case may be, right? So these consumers have common needs, characteristics, and also what we normally do is select one or more to target with a distinctive marketing mix. So that is it about market segmentation. Now, let us look at some other definitions that you can choose the one that you're most comfortable with. All right. Now, we may also say market segmentation refers to the division of the market into meaningful groups of buyers who have similar needs and wants. Another option may be market segmentation is a process of dividing the total market sector into subgroups of the total for marketing management purposes. Or you may say market segmentation is a process of dividing the total perceived market into subgroups based on meaningful characteristics. Now, based on all these definitions, they are different, right? But even though they are different, you have certain key terms that are in there that makes it unique to market segmentation, right? So we speak of groups that may have certain characteristics. So buyers or customers that have similar needs and wants. So you can choose whichever definition you are comfortable with. All right. Now, guys, let us look at the methods of market segmentation. So there is geographic. Now, when you think of geographic, what comes to mind? You may be thinking about location, right? Yes. There is also demographic, also psychographic, and finally, we have behavioral. So we have 4 methods of market segmentation. And remember, market segmentation is how we divide the customers who has a particular need. So we may say we divide our target market based on location. We may also divide it based on demographics. So we may target persons between the ages of 18 to 25, or we may look at their behavior or psychographic. All right, now let us look at these into a little more details. Now let us first look at geographic segmentation. Good. Now, geographic segmentation refers to the division of the market based on location of the target market. People living in the same area have similar needs and wants that differ from those living in other areas, right? So we may speak of location, time zone, the climate, the season, cultural preferences based on where these persons live, their language, urban, city. How is it that we're going to cater for these persons, right? So when we're marketing, we can divide the market into 4 subsets as it relates to market segmentation, and this one has to do with geographic segmentation, and it all have to do with location. Where does our target market, where do they live, right? What do they prefer? What are their needs? Their needs and wants are similar, and how is it that we can cater to those needs? All right, now the next segmentation is demographic segmentation. And demographic segmentation refers to separating the market based on certain factors, right? So we may speak of age, gender, ethnicity, religion, level of education, occupation, income, and also family structure, right? Now we may aim for, our product may aim for a certain age group. Our product or service may target certain gender, if is it an all female or an all male, right? So all of these, level of education, who are we targeting? Their income, or they're of the lower, middle, or higher class. So now that we have looked at geographic and demographic segmentation, now let us move on to our third, and this one is psychographic segmentation. Now, psychographic segmentation refers to dividing the market based on lifestyle and personality characteristics, right? So marketers use it to further refine a target market. Its appeal lies in the vivid and practical profiles of consumer segments that it can produce, right? So we may target a particular target market based on their opinions, based on their attitudes, based on what they do, their activities, their behaviors, what they value, and also their interests, right? So psychographic segmentation has to do with dividing the market based on their lifestyle, person's lifestyle. So who have similar lifestyles and personality will divide the market based on that, right? And our final category is behavioral segmentation. Behavioral segmentation refers to dividing of the market based on attitudes towards or reactions to a product and its promotional appeal. Now, buying behavior includes loyalty status, occasions, the readiness of the buyer to purchase, right? So we divide the market based on these persons, their purchase behavior, based on their loyalty, and also how they're engaged and similar things that may satisfy them. All right. So it's time for the questions. We have looked at the definition of market segmentation. We have looked at the different methods of and explaining of those methods. Now it's time for you to shine. 1. Describe 2 segmentation strategies. Now we have looked at 4 strategies, right? There are 4, namely demographic, psychographic, behavioral, and also geographic segmentation. Now this question was taken from the year 2016 exam, and you notice that we have case study written beside it. So you may get to for example, a case to read about, or a little article to read about, or a little paragraph to read about, and then you are supposed to identify the different market segmentation that were used, right? Or that were highlighted in the passage. And this is what was done for the 2016 exam. All right, in 2017, the question was list 3 types of market segmentation. And in 2018, the question was define the term market segmentation. Awesome. You've made it to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn your post notification bells on to all so you can be notified when there's an upload. Thank you for making it FAIR's tutorial.